Coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona, home of Super Bowl 57, it's the Geary, Stein and Stevens Show with your hosts, Troy Geary, Will Stein, and Dave Stevens. Welcome back to Radio Row, Super Bowl 57, the Geary, Stein and Stevens Show, enjoying our third or fourth day here with the stars, the fans, the celebrities, all the hoopla. We just had a couple of guests on to talk about the taste of the NFL, but you know what? It's not all about the food here at the Super Bowl. It's about the parties. It's about the nightlife. It's the who's who's of everybody, especially post-COVID now for a couple of years. This is the first year probably that kind of returns to normal, and it's going to be an exciting night. The parties have already kicked off. We kick off tonight with the NFL honors tonight, and then it's just going to be everybody of a who's who getting their limousines, popping around, trying to make sure they hit all of the parties. And I know my co-host Troy is you were at one last night. What were you at last night?
Jay Glazer's party was pretty fun. So,
how was that? Who'd you run into?
Rick Ross. There's all kinds of people there. Gronk was there. I mean, it was a fun event.
I saw the picture of Gronk at home. That was pretty fun. He looked like he was having fun that night. And wherever Gronk is, there's always a party anyway. But if our next guest isn't involved, and we have had the pleasure to have Matt Goldstein, who's the Senior Vice President of Authentic, joining us. And I know you are in charge. I know you are in charge of 7 events. And some of the parties are just like they're legendary. Sports Illustrated, you know, all the different ones. Shaq, Matt Goldstein, Senior Vice President of Authentic, joining us. Matt, thanks for taking some time. So tell us what the heck's going on. Where's the place to be? And how did you even get involved with being the party planner?
Well, thanks.
I know you're not a party planner. It's demeaning.
Far from that, but it's all good. Thanks for having me, first of all. Yeah, we're super excited to kick off this weekend. We have a number of things going on. It all starts tomorrow with our first ever inaugural Sports Illustrated Golf Invitational. We have a number of celebrities joining us. It takes place at Talking Stick Resort. And, you know, for us, Sports Illustrated, a brand that's been around close to 70 years, this is the next evolution for us. And with Super Bowl moving to Vegas next year, we expect the golf and certainly the parties and experiences to continue in an even bigger way.
It's probably also going to be almost like the first city that was pre-built to host a Super Bowl, just because, and I just did stand-up there 2 weeks ago, the magnitude and the amount of hotels and facilities, they might triple how many parties that will be there next year, just given because more and more people are going to pop in from LA. Yeah. It's easy, you know, that stuff. So, you know, when you plan for such a big event, what goes into, especially when you're in charge of 7, and how do you split yourself up 7 ways to go, okay, Shaq's party needs, you know, a giant helicopter carved in ice. You know, you get all these eccentricities that you have that are specific to the taste of the people that are involved.
Well, how do I handle it? Well, I have an incredible team around me. We have incredible partners in Medium Rare who, co-produce all of our events with us. But we have a few hundred people here on the ground. The beauty is that a large majority of our events and experiences that are taking Talking Stick Resort, so it's easy to mobilize in one place. And that at Talking Stick kicks off Friday night with Shaq's Funhouse, headlined by Snoop Dogg, Diplo, and of course DJ Diesel himself. And then you mentioned Gronk before. We have Gronk Beach on Saturday as well with 21 Savage, and it'll be the best pool party ever. You know, and then the sort of marquee event for me over this weekend is Sports Illustrated, the party. This will be our 3rd year doing it, headlined by the Chainsmokers, Machine Gun Kelly, Chantel Jeffries. And you say they're really hard to get into. You know, it's funny, I ran into someone last night at an event. They told me they had an easier time getting a ticket to the game and the NFL Honors event than they did to Sports Illustrated, the party. So that's the kind of, mindset that we go into the market with. And it's really about competing in a very cluttered space. Obviously, Super Bowl weekend has a lot of eyes on it, but we try and get the best talent, have the best brand activations, fully open bar, free food offering. So there's a lot that you get with your all-inclusive ticket, and it works. Getting 5,000 people back-to-back nights is a pretty remarkable feat.
I know I talked about an ice helicopter, but are you going to need a helicopter to get to all 7 events this week? Like, how are you going to pop from town? You got a golf tournament to deal with that's going on. I mean, how do you physically oversee something where, you might want to pop in and make sure something was done right, or at least get it done?
Thankfully the events don't overlap with one another. So I spend a lot of my days just going back and forth from site to site, ensuring that the tables are set up in the right place, that staging is right. Our sponsor deliverables have been met. Our PR team is, clicking on all cylinders, getting the word out there. And that's part of me being here today, is to really share with the masses all this fun stuff that's happening.
And, this isn't a party where you go and play pin the tail on the donkey and you have Bob for apples. I mean, you guys have to take into consideration the security issues on a red carpet, fans getting access, VIP areas. Like, how does that, again, security and all that come into play when you're talking about the highest level entertainers in the history of news, television, music?
Yeah, these are the most highly produced events that I've personally ever worked on. It's a year-round. Like, the minute Super Bowl ends this year, we already start our focus towards the next market, which is obviously Las Vegas. The city of Scottsdale and the Indian reservation where Talking Stick has been extremely receptive to us bringing the events to Talking Stick and to the area. Obviously, with waste management also going on, there's a robust number of things that are taking place over the week. But we work very closely with the fire, the police, risk management, traffic control, police, and security, especially with the high level of entertainers, athletes, models, celebrities, musicians that attend, our experiences throughout the weekend.
Tickets are still available for most events, right, Michael?
Yeah, it's for Sports Illustrated, it's sitheparty.com. As I mentioned, tickets are all inclusive, so it includes open bar, food. Doors open at 9:00, and we have a little bit of room left. So if you're still out there looking for something to do, we'd love to have you.
And, I've been to, this is my 25th Super Bowl, and I've watched so many of these. I've attended so many. I don't know if you ever attended many of the Playboy parties when Hugh Hefner was alive, and how those, so when you're creating things as the master that you've become, do you try to take a little bit of your own personality, or this worked at this one, this didn't work at this one, or because, again, you're trying to create that unique experience at every one. So it's like, oh, that was at this one, or I didn't like the music, or the DJ sucked, or, whatever you get.
Yeah, it's not so much my personal feel. It's more just learning what we've done best and what we haven't done best. And because Authentic, owns the IP of so many different brands, both on the lifestyle and retail side, but also living legends and media, we try and really make the events around Shaquille on Friday night and Sports Illustrated on Saturday night. And for Sports Illustrated, it's about embracing the rich culture of the game, and in this case, football, and the athletes that play it. And it's turned into a very much a red carpet VIP style event that even when the general public attend, they want to see what it's like behind the velvet rope. And we provide that experience for them. And I think that's largely why we've been so successful.
And of course, us being in the media, you guys become the paparazzi targets. And that's the other concern. It's like, you don't want to get these people. I mean, celebrities are allowed to let their hair down and have fun too, but people with cell phones and all these kind of things could take inappropriate things. I mean, we just had an incident with Michael Irvin earlier in the week. You never know what could happen. So how do you avoid? There's that fine line with giving public to the access to the VIPs, but also cutting it off so you protect them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we have let's call them zones, but we have designated areas within the party where our celebrities sit, where our corporate executives sit, the team owners, those that attend, where they're protected from the masses. And of course, we have a really long red carpet, so the celebrities really get their moment to shine there. And that's where a lot of our press is driven from. But we also have a very robust table, like VIP table offering. So our tables, start at $15,000 a table and go all the way up to $100,000 a table for a stage table. Each table comes with its own sort of bottle service package, own security detail, bottle waitress, VIP host, and bottle attendant. So you're getting a very elevated experience where you're not going to be thrown in with the masses. And I think, again, that's why our event really stands out amongst the others that take place this weekend.
So what could I get for $10?
A hot dog and a burger somewhere else.
and I don't know if you're allowed to talk money, but what's an average event end up costing to put on from start to finish?
I can't get into the specifics, but I will tell you that our events, as I mentioned earlier, are very highly produced, and with the level of talent that plays at arenas and stadiums across the world, you can only imagine that
we're in seven figures.
Of course, seven figures and north.
All right.
Yeah.
Matt, where can they still get in this? If they've got their checkbook or their debit card or Visa or want to take out a loan, where can they pick up tickets if they're still available?
Sports Illustrated Golf Invitational is sold out, thankfully. But for SI The Party, Saturday night, Chainsmokers, Machine Gun Kelly, Chantal Jeffries, you can get tickets and tables at sitheparty.com. Very limited inventory left, but I'll be there. Look for me. I'll say hello, and we're excited to see all of you.
And you're not planning the Tony Bennett party for all the old people? Is there anything like that? About 12 o'clock in the afternoon?
No, but our parties are 21 plus, so make sure you're of age.
All right, Matt, thanks for taking some time to join us on Radio Row. I mean, this guy is like the most important person in town, especially slip him some money so we can get into these things, Troy. All right. Dave Stevens on Radio Row wrapping up. And, of course, we've only got our little sponsors that have taken care of us this week. And, of course, I'm talking about Fresh Clean Threads, and it's exclusive to us. I keep telling you, you better go to the website because you only have a little limited time to use the 25% off code that we have been given exclusively to us on Radio Row. You take 25% off of your order with Fresh Clean Threads. Go to freshcleantees.com/GSS show. You type in the code for 25% off. It's exclusive. I'm telling you, these shirts are great. Everything that we have given out, these people are like, how can we get more? They are wonderful. People are walking around here wearing them. We've been giving them to our stars and celebrities and all the people here. And, of course, check me out. Again, this is another one of the charcoal shirts that I've got, and they look so good. They feel so good. Troy's walking around. Like I said, everybody loves the shirt. So, stay with us. I think we got Sean Alexander coming up a little bit. Former MVP Christian Ponder is going to join us, I think, at the top of the hour. So Radio Row continues to shine. Dave Stevens and company with the Geary, Stein and Stevens show. Keep watching.